guys, welcome back for another functional plan with me session in my Jibun Techo. So this is how my first week that I planned with you last week turned out. I added a few different things as the week went on, so it's got a bit fuller over the last few days. And now I'm going to plan for this week, starting Monday the 13th of February. So this week is a little bit unusual in that I'm going to be away for most of the week, but I thought that it would be interesting to do a plan with me anyway, so you can see how I plan for a week that's a little different than the average standard week. So I'm going to be using my main planners as usual, my personal planner, the Hobonichi Weeks, my work planner, the Hobonichi Cousin, and this week I'm also going to use my pretty planner because I made a list that I want to transfer into here. So, as usual, we will start with the events in my personal planner and then move on to the events in my work planner and then do the same thing with the to-dos. So, I don't have that many events this week because, like I said, I'm going away on Tuesday. And so the first event that I've got listed here is my Welsh class on Tuesday, and I'm not going to be here for it. I'm going to miss it, so I won't write that in. But what I will write instead is my flight. So this is Tuesday the 14th. My flight is at 20 to 3. So I think I'll write in 2:30. Flight, Penn State. I'm going to visit a colleague who I'm working on a book project together with. Some of you probably remember I went to visit the same colleague in September, and the highlight of my trip this time as last time is going to be a visit to Michael's to buy a lot of planner supplies, mostly Mambi stickers. So for the rest of the week I'm going to be in Penn State, so I think I'll put this in here. Penn State, and then I'll just draw an arrow and that will extend over the rest of the week. I did this last week using these two little boxes here at the top and I really like it. So that will continue. And I'm coming back on Sunday, so I'll put that in, because I'm still going to be away on Sunday. Okay, so that is my flight, and then I arrive at 11:30 at night, so I think I'm going to box all of this off. This is something that I really love about the grid patterns in the Jibun Techo, just like the Hobonichi. It makes it really easy to block off chunks of time. There, okay, so now I can see what that's going to look like. Then the only other events that I've got are the time that Shabbat starts and finishes, but that's London time, so I'm not going to write that in because it's pointless. It won't be the same time. I can look it up when I'm there. And my flight going home is on Sunday evening at 7:30, so I'm going to circle that in here. Flight home. And the only other thing is not an event, but I want to write it in. It's the 1-year anniversary of when my dog Panda passed away, and I still can't believe that it's been nearly a year. And I'm sad that I'm going to be away from home for that, but this was the time that I had to go on this trip because it's reading week at my university, which means that there are no classes. So I think I'll write that down here, or maybe I'll write it up here actually. So I've written Panda Yortzeit, which means Yortzeit in Yiddish means anniversary of the death. So those are my only events from the personal planner. Now let's go over to the work planner and and we'll write in those events. Again, I don't have too many because this week is reading week. So the only thing that I have to put down here is I'm giving a talk on the Thursday, 12 till 1. That is part of the arrangement. I'm actually going on this trip as part of a project that I've been working on. And I have to give a talk. So I will write in Shakespeare talk. (12 to 1) on Thursday. And the only other thing is my students have a replacement lesson for a course that I convene, but I'm not teaching this session. Another colleague is teaching it. So I'll write that in as well, just because I don't have to be there, but just to remind myself. It's in my work planner because I wanted to sort of remind myself that it was still going on. So I'll write that in as well. So that is 1:30 until 3:30. MA core course, and the subject is translation studies. Okay, so that's there. So this is a very, very light week in terms of events. Normally, if it was during the teaching term, I would have teaching and I would have, meetings and appointments and all kinds of other things. But this week I don't, so makes it a little bit simpler to plan. Okay, so if we go back to the personal planner, I'll look at the to-dos now. So the first thing that we've got is on Monday, I might possibly want to change money. I have to check how much US currency I've got, so I'll put that down here. Change money? Question mark. Then we've got recycling and compost. Now I'm thinking of doing something different than what I did last week and actually putting this on the timeline, because this is an event that always happens at night. So I'm thinking of saying like maybe 11 o'clock at night, recycling and compost, so that I can sort of get more of a picture of the day. And the other thing that I want to do is pack. And I've got a packing list, which I'm going to put on here. That is what's in my pretty planner, because I made the list in that. And other things that happen on this day, which are routines, I'm going to copy over as well, because I don't have as many other to-dos listed here at the moment. So I've got change the boys' water, the dogs, boys, water. And then for the rest of the week, I am blissfully free of home-related tasks because I'm not going to be here. So a couple of other things that I need to do. On Wednesday, I'm going to make a video public. So like I said last time, normally I make my videos public as soon as I upload them. But because I'm going to be away, I won't be able to film anything, so I want to get an extra video filmed this weekend and then upload it during the week. So I'm going to put that on Wednesday. I will say, make video public. And then I think that there is a demo on Monday that I'm hoping to go to if I'm not too jet lagged, because I'm coming back on Monday, not this coming Monday, the Monday after, the 20th. So I want to confirm when it's happening. So I will say confirm Monday demo, and then decide whether or not I'm going to be going. Okay, so the other thing that I want to put on here, and I think I'll list it down here. This is supposed to be a weekly to-do list, but I'm going to kind of divide it into two and put my packing list up here and then put the rest of this down here. This is stuff to buy for my friend at Michael's. So, like I said, my highlight of the trip is going to be a visit to Michael's in Pennsylvania, and I have a list of things for myself, which is primarily Mambi Value Pack stickers, though I want to have a look at the recollection stickers as well. And then for my friend, so for K, I am going to say, let's see, from Michael's, I've got the quote value pack, productivity, striped black and white washi, and recollection zip planner, the one that says C'est la vie. That's the one with the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so that's everything for my personal planner. Now for the work planner, I have a few more to-dos, and then we'll go on to the packing list. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so for work to-dos, now these are things that I just have to do sometime during the week. And so normally in my cousin, I put them on here in this column on the left that isn't allocated to a specific day, which corresponds to this one. But because I want to put my packing list here, I'm thinking maybe I'll just make 3 sections. So I am going to put a checkbox here so I can like kind of signal to myself that this is one section, if you can see that. There, I've just put an extra checkbox there. And then I'm going to put another checkbox here because there won't be many things going on this list. Okay, so this will be work to-dos. So these are just things that have to be done sometime during the week. And the first one is HJL corrections. So HJL is an abbreviation for a book that this colleague and I edited together, and the publisher is putting out a paperback edition, which means that we get to submit some corrections. So we've asked all of the authors that contributed to the volume to send us any corrections that they might have so that we can input them. And so that will have to be done sometime during the week. Okay, so what I have to do on the flight, so I think I'll put this here maybe because this is going to happen on the flight, my little checkbox of things I want to read. Read Zamenhof article. We're working on a book about Jewish languages, and it's going to have a section on Esperanto, which is very exciting. So we've got some articles about Zamenhof, the creator of Esperanto. And then I want to also say Kav Hayeshar, which is the name of a text that I'm also working on for a different article. So that's what I'm planning to do on the flight. Then when I'm there, I'll mostly be working on our book project. And then the night before, I want to read over some notes for my talk. So I'm going to say read Zalkinson notes bio, because I want to read the notes about the bio. And strangely enough, that's it for work tasks, because for most of the week we're just going to be working on a book project together, and then I've got the talk, and then other than that I'll have the usual admin stuff like emails to answer and things like that, but I'm not going to write them in because those are things that I do every day and I don't write them down specifically. So, I know one thing that I am going to write down here is check admissions, because I'm the admissions tutor for our department, so I need to keep checking what's happening with admissions, even when I'm away. Okay, so that's that. So this is looking quite bare, but like I said, that's just because I'm away. And the only other thing that I want to put in is the packing list. So usually, like I said, I don't write any unique things in here. I write things that are also in my personal planner or my work planner. This is just like my weekly overview. But because it had this like nice big box here, and it had this sticker saying packing list, I couldn't help it, and I wrote a whole packing list on. So I thought I might as well put it in here, and then it will be in my master planner. Okay, so I will put a little checkbox here, and then I will say packing list. So I have got laptop. I don't need to write laptop cable because that's already in my bag. My friend's stuff. I'm bringing some stuff for him from London. My list of planners. This is actually like the biggest list, the biggest part of the packing list. My cousin, my weeks, my original, that's my daily planner, and my pretty planner. I know it's ridiculous that I'm bringing 4 planners with me, but I'm a planner addict. What can I do? Then baking soda. Which I use for toothpaste and all manner of things when I'm away. Floss and toothbrush. Then we have phone charger, adapter, clothes. I don't detail the clothes because I find clothes not very interesting, so I just kind of take the amount of clothes that I'll need. USD and passport and Zamenhof article. Which I'm going to read on the plane. Okay, so that's it. Oh, I've just noticed there are 2 more things that I should put in here, which are in my pretty planner and not anywhere else, which is a terrible thing and a situation that I want to avoid, but I think you'll see why when you see what they are. So in both cases, they're Instagram pictures. So I thought it would be fun to do the Mini Mania Monday hashtag for the Happy Planner, because I do actually have a mini Happy Planner. And I just put that in my pretty planner because somehow this is the planner that reminds me of fun things like Instagram pictures. I don't normally put them in my 2 other planners because those are like the serious planners where I do, important stuff, which might not necessarily be fun. So I'll say IG Mini Mania Monday. And then on Tuesday, it's Mambi quote of the week. Okay, so something that I've started doing in this planner, which I didn't mention last week because I hadn't thought of doing it then, I started putting my meal planning in here because there's a space at the bottom which is perfect for meal planning, and that's what it's designed for, in fact. So I decided to consolidate what I was using for my meal planner, which is the classic size Happy Planner. I was using it sporadically, but I was using it. So I decided to put things in here because it's just so compact and it's so easy. So I was quite good for the first half of the week. Then the second half of the week, complete disaster, totally fell off. And I don't think I'm going to put it in here now because, like I said, I'm going to be away for most of the week. And for Monday, I just, for some reason, I haven't mastered the art of meal planning that far in advance. like a day in advance. so I'm going to leave that blank, but I am going to start trying to do this. So hopefully in future Plan With Me's, I'll be able to show you meal planning, how I would do that in here. But as it stands, this is it. So this is quite a bare week, but I'm still really happy that I did it because I very much enjoy doing these Plan With Me sessions, and I hope that you enjoy watching them. And I thought it might be interesting to see a week that's slightly out of the ordinary. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll be back again soon for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!